My name is Victoria Ikani. I'm a finance tax expert. I have over 20 years of experience in the industry. I help businesses scale, structure, and grow sustainable businesses. Over time, having dealt with SMS, we realized that a lot of businesses struggle with so many things, particularly structure. And we realized also that your business cannot scale if you don't, set the foundation right. So rather than gamble with a lot of things and think that, okay, I'm benefiting now, why don't you think of where your business will be in the next 5 to 10 years? So that's where we come in to say, okay, how do we help grow sustainable businesses? What are the basics that businesses need to deal with in order to, scale and put themselves in a place where they can take ownership, where they can provide services to their clients without, so much pressure. And that's why we come in. So beyond just providing everyday ordinary advices, we also say, okay, what are the things we need to put in place to help your business, scale? So looking at financial structures, operational structures, and everything that is required to make the business grow. Very particularly financial structures, because a business that cannot tell its numbers cannot tell how far it will go. So it's important that you know what your the kind of data your business is churning out, and how you can also use that kind of data to make meaningful decisions in your business, not just based on guessing, but based on real information and data. So in terms of education too, I'm a chartered accountant. I'm a chartered tax consultant too. I also have an MBA from Nexford University. I'm a graduate of accounting. So I've had an accounting and finance background, and like I said earlier, I have close to about 20 years of experience in the industry working with small and mid-sized businesses to help them, structure and scale. So when I heard about this opportunity, I saw it as something very, very opportune and something very timely, especially for the young people in our generation. We live in a time where everything seems to be fast. Everybody wants everything happening fast. So it tends to play down or look down on the value of process. There's a process in which things ought to be done, and because technology is fast, it tends to feel like, why do I have to wait? So looking at what the hustle reality show is doing, I think it's a fantastic idea. Trying to capture the minds of young people in a productive way, still passing out the message that things can be done the right way, things can be projected the right way. So using media, to project the values that we still need to maintain in our society. So being a mentor on the business hustle show, it's a great privilege for me, because looking at my background, the background I have in providing business support, I think I'm going to bring in a lot of value from my wealth of experience, having dealt with different kinds of entrepreneurs in the space. We've seen it all. We've seen all the ups, the downs. We've seen how they struggled. We've seen how they've been able to navigate their way to be able to, despite the challenges that they face, there's still this resilience. So we've seen it all. And many times when you meet businesses, what works for one might not particularly work for the other one. So you really need to look at the context in which they are coming in, and then come up with solutions that can fit their environment. So working with these young people, because it works for the young chap here, doesn't mean it will also work for this guy. So we're ready to adapt. We're ready to also learn from them, because yes, the fact that we know that there are many negative vices that you find out there, it doesn't mean that the good ones are not there. There are still some very good ones that you can learn from. So we're ready to work with them, help them imbibe certain cultures, certain values, help them to learn process, and at the same time learning from them too, to also see how that blend can fit in.